Okay, all of you, camera on, sit straight and do deep breathing. First, exhale. If you want, you can use your thumb and the ring finger. Initially, just focus on the breath. Don't need to think about anything else. Observe whether you are doing proper deep breathing, pranayama or not. Very simple, don't use any complex techniques. Simple inhalation from the left nostril and try to increase the amount of air you are inhaling as you go forward. So maybe every month or every 2 weeks, you check how much more time you can give for inhalation. And the technique is slowly. When you inhale, do it very slowly. And holding should not be a problem. You can hold for as long as you can. And when you hold the breath and just observe that the air is retained inside, mind should calm down immediately. The wonderful effect of pranayama. Very simple technique, but very powerful. How to take the mind away from all your other challenges, problems, issues, worries, stress, anxiety, tension. Best inhale deeply and hold the breath for some time. And exhalation slowly. And continue to focus on the breath and also any other part of the body if it's got any kind of discomfort, and continue the breathing. I think once you start doing breathing like this, under guidance, you will want to do many more cycles, correct? Pranayama itself has become very infectious. Keep on doing. Then slowly, then close your eyes and then observe the mind. Only thought is that I am inhaling, I am holding the breath, and I am exhaling. Even your existence as so and so, this is my name, this is my age, height, weight, this is my relationship, all that will be totally removed from your mind. It should happen automatically. And you can share later whether you are having a clarity in the thought. And just observe that I am doing deep breathing pranayama and observing the mind. The mind is almost without any thought except the fact that I am right now doing inhalation, retention, exhalation. After you spend a couple of minutes on this, then you will also observe the mind, right? When you are observing the mind, there is no thought. All the thoughts disappear. Then raise your thought to the supreme principle, Brahma Tattvam, Sat Chit Ananda Swarupam, Brahman, which is the substratum for the entire universe, creation, sustenance, dissolution, the entire universe, Chitta Vishalata and Chitta Ekagrata. The mind becomes so broad, all-encompassing, and also very sharp, focused on one principle. that principle without any name, form, Yattadadreshyam agrahyam agotram avarnam achakshustotram Tatapani padam nityam vibhum sarvagatam susukshmam Tadabhyayam 𝐒𝐿𝐵𝐢 paripashyanti dhira. Mantra says, this vision of Brahman paripashyanti dhira. Person should be extremely qualified to get the vision of Atman during deep meditation. Jnanam. Bhagavan has taught this wonderfully in the Bhagavad Gita, and by the knowledge of Vedantic understanding your God, that my pure existence is also your consciousness, Brahman is also your consciousness. Tatvamasi, Tat, Tat Brahma, Tam, you, Asi, are that very nature. So there is no need for us to worry about anything that happens around us, because anything that is connected to us is connected to the matter principle, that is the physical body, sense organs, the mind, intellect. Once they don't belong to you, you become an observer. Sakshi, Cheta, you're only a pure witness, consciousness. 𝐒𝐫𝐢 𝐊𝐚𝐫𝐚, beyond all the three gunas. So we will understand in more detail what is the speciality of Jnanam as taught by Bhagavan in Bhagavad Gita. It is very different from any of your popular meditation courses. Okay, now come back to learning more, lot more to learn in Jnana Yoga. So slowly open your eyes after touching the top of that. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvighnam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Shadeva Varoginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Sadashiva Samarambham Shankara Acharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Padyantam Vande Guru Paramparam Krutishmati Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpada Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankara Acharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Suprabhashyakatau Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah Ishvaro Guru Ratmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine 𝐤𝐚𝐫𝐢 Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Apara Karuna Sindhum Jnanadam Shantarupinam Peetandra Shekhara Gurum Pranamami Mudanmaham Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stumbhanti Divyaistavaihi Vedai Sangapadakramopaniஷadair Gayantiyam Samagaha Dhyanavasthita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyantiyam Yoginaha Yasyantam Navidusura Suraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha Om Sri Krishna Paramatmane Namaha. Now the 6 shlokas. Om Sri Ganeshaya Namaha Sri Saraswati Namaha Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Tesham Evanukampaर्थam Ahamajnanayam tamaha nashayamyatmabhavasthaha jnanadipena bhasvata jyotishamapi tajyotihi namasah paramuchyate jnanam jneyam jnanagamyam yati sarvasya vishtitam nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitramiha vidyate tatsvayam yoga samsiddhaha Adenatmani vindati jnanena tu tadajnanam yesham nashitam atmanaha yesham adityavajnanam kashayati tatparam yathaidhamsi samitthoktihi bhasmasat kurute tuna jnanagni sarvakarmani bhasmasat kurute tatha यस्य सर्वे समारंभाः कामसङ्कल्पवर्जिताः ज्ञानाग्निदग्धकर्माणं माहुः पण्डितं बुधाः। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। अथ श्रीमद् भगवद गीता षष्ठोऽध्यायः ध्यानयोगः। ओम नारायणः परो व्यक्तात् अण्डमव्यक्तसम्भवम् अण्डस्यान्तस्मिमे लोकाः तद्वीपा च मेदिनी। Let us stand Shloka number 23 and go forward. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Tam Vidyam Dukkha Samyoga-Viyoga-𝐤𝐚𝐫𝐚 Tanischayena Yoktam Yaha Yogo Nirvinna Chetasa. All of us together again. We lost. Where are we right now? Chapter number 6, Shloka number 23. Chant together again. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Tam Vidyam Dukkha Samyoga-Viyoga-𝐤𝐚𝐫𝐚 Tanischayena Yoktam Yaha Yogo Nirvinna Chetasa. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now this particular shloka is extremely important. You can put even know what, you can put 18 stars for this shloka. And all of you, many of you not camera on, GNVR, all of you please turn cameras, no focus. These studies are not just casual, then only casual benefit you will get. There's no value, you will not get value. Sit down, focus, observe carefully. Okay? See, I keep repeating n number of times, all this crash course, modern courses, meditation courses are useless because they don't even cover the basic elementary things required for you to achieve the goal of dhyanam. What is the goal of dhyanam? Write down now. 1, 2, 3, 4. You will not find anywhere. Okay, not even in our ebook. See, the goal of dhyanam is to integrate the intellectual understanding you have obtained through study of the Vedanta Shastras, which explains your true nature, which is pure consciousness, Sat Chit Ananda Swarupam. Point 1. Point 2, which means traditional dhyanam presupposes means what? Has got a starting criteria that you should have spent significant time studying the Vedanta Shastras. Write down. That means what? Traditional dhyanam requires at least an understanding of Atma Jnanam, which is possible only by studying the Vedanta Shastras under a traditional competent guru for a significant period of time. 2. Give you what is the difference between traditional dhyanam as taught in our Shastras, the Upanishads, the Gita, compared to all these new types of that yoga, this yoga, Kriya Yoga, that meditation, that this, all this, re-engineering, art, all that is all nonsense and wrong. Because I'll tell you, Bhagavan is saying very clearly, when you are a practitioner of dhyanam or traditional meditation, your mind will naturally be disconnected from dukkham or sorrow or problems. Stress, anxiety, tension is no longer available in your dictionary. And none of these crash courses are going to give you any of these ideas or tips because they don't know. They will crash your mind. So, that means what? First, the goal of dhyanam is integrating Atma Jnanam. For that, you should have studied the Vedanta Shastra systematically for a significant period of time. 3, unless your lifestyle is organized in the sattvic way, yuktahara viharascha yukta cheshtasya karmasu, yukta swapnavabodhascha yogo bhavati dukkhaha. connect that particular shloka with this shloka. Now I am increasing the level of complexity or integrity. In a Rajasagar, are you getting? Yogaha bhavati dukkhaha. Dhyana yoga will be instrumental in moving all the sorrow only if you have got a balanced lifestyle. Jayaraghvan, understanding? Jayaraghvan, see Hyderabad. Yuktahara, your food should be moderate and sattvic. Good Raman. Connect both. Excellent. This is how you should study. So write down 6.17. Again, Sambhidya Dukkha Samyoga Viyogam Yoga Sanvitam. So that is called as Jnana Yoga, where the mind is totally dissociated from sorrow. I'll tell you, naturally, when you leave the mind, it will go into some kind of thought problem, depression, right? Am I right or wrong? No, Vijayaraghvan, unless you are very engaged, very excited about certain things and doing something very positively. Ganesh Ramurthy, you leave the mind alone. What is this? What is that? Either mind is blank or negative state, correct? That means, what is the challenge? That means what you should have lived, you should start. Even today you can start. I mean, you're all doing almost. Tell other people also to learn properly, attending all these classes. First, regulate your life by making sure your food, your daily habits, exercise, your sleep, everything is disciplined. There is no substitute for discipline, dedication, and continuously doing the same thing. The 3 C's we talk about: consistency, constancy, commitment. See, we are doing everything in life for getting rid of sorrow. But we don't want to take these 4 key principles and apply it in our daily lives. Why? Correct? We are into everything else, but we don't want to do this. So Bhagavan is saying, simply just follow these 4 simple steps. So make sure your life, first write down, life is moderated in all aspects, point 1. Point 2, practice your karma, which means your daily duties properly, both religious duties and also your other duties, social duties, family duties, office duties, everything systematically, correctly. With what? Energetically. Joshayet sarva karmani. Let there be no kind of depression or no kind of disappointment in doing any activity. Energetically, energize. Energy, energize. Then, that is point 2. Point 3. By doing these activities, next step, all the karmas is karma yoga, right action, right attitude. Automatically, your mind will get purified. Chitta Shuddhi. You can see your mind. When you start doing karma yoga, mind gets purified. And this purified mind will be able to sit and study the Vedanta Shastra systematically, consistently, continuously, for a significant period of time. It can be 2 decades, 3 decades. What? 𝐕𝐚𝐲𝐤𝐚𝐫𝐚, I told 𝐕𝐚𝐲𝐤𝐚𝐫𝐚 in our last meeting, technology meeting, that there is a syllabus that we have put for the next 20 years. Raja Sagar, want to study Vedanta? 25 years course is available. So much to study is there. Consistently study and integrate this knowledge. And once the knowledge is there in the background, it will what? It is like a small lamp, fire. It will get blown away by all the activities in the world. Your challenges, problems, interaction in the world, Vaharam. That has to be invigorated further and further. That is why you come back every week. These 4 classes, attend again and again, remind yourself. So you get a glimpse that I am the pure conscious, that's not the physical body. That still remains very intellectual. 4th step. When you do dhyanam this traditional way, this knowledge is seemingly on the periphery has to be integrated inside. It should become second nature. Just like when somebody calls your name in the waking state, you look around, right? Could be any crowd, anywhere, you look around. Similarly, why? Because it is integrated within you. Similarly, Brahman means you look around. What? Somebody says Brahman. Why you should look around, Ravi? Because you are that. Again, you're getting the point? You are the Brahman, you are the Atman. That should become second nature. And that is what is the goal of Dhyanam. They can guarantee you no meditation courses which crash your mind will be able to give you even 5% of all these things. So drop all the wrong understanding. Many people ask me, how do I integrate all this knowledge? How do I realize the Atman? Dhyanam is the first step. After studying Vedanta Shastras, and then you should start reflecting your daily activities, whether the thought and Aham Brahmasmi, the time pure consciousness, continues to percolate throughout all your Vaibhavam. So, I mean, this is a wonderful journey and it removes you from all other karmas. So, no punyam na papam, na punyam na papam, na saukhyam na dukkham, na mantro na tirtham, na vedana yajnaha. Aham bhojanam naiva bhojyam na bhoktas chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham. Keep chanting, right? Shivoham shivoham is your pure consciousness, pure nature. That's what we'll understand. Clear? Huh? So sloka number 23 should be very clear that you follow the right lifestyle, do right karma, karma is karma yoga, attain chitta shuddhi, get Vedanta Shastra Jnanam, practice Dhyanam traditionally as per Bhagavad Gita, what Bhagavan has taught, and realize your true nature. And after that, what? Bhogarathova, Bhogarathova, Sangarathova, Sangavihinaha, Yasya Brahmani Ramate Chittam, Nandati, Nandati, Nandati Eva. Nandati Eva, only Anandam, always. Anandam Paramanandam. You get the point? So, this is what you can check. It's a checklist for you. And you will see your progress as you continue to invest time, effort, energy, and focus on this path. This is the goal of life. This is why we are born. You will be able to see, are you able to see at least some percentage, 0.5%, 1% improvement? Many of you not camera on. Bhavlo, Shital, Rutor, Peetam, Divya, so many people not camera on. Huh? At least 0.5% improvement is there or not? No, they're following all these wonderful traditional steps. Bhagavan's what? Kindness is so much that he has come down to the earth and taught us the essence of the Shastras, the Vedas, the Upanishads in this form. Now, sloka number. And what is the important point Bhagavan has made in sloka number 23? Yogaha anirvinna chetasa. What will happen? We'll come to class for 5 times, 6 class, we'll bunk. Then slowly it will become a disease. People will now slowly leave. So Bhagavan is saying, Dhyanam is similar. Unless you practice this ceaselessly, that means what? You should not get tired. You don't get tired of eating. You don't get tired of sleeping. You don't get tired of gossiping. You don't get tired of looking at the mobile, but you get tired of Dhyanam. So that is why you want to organize a camp for 21 days. Come together, practice this lifestyle day in and day out for 21 days. Then slowly, then you can go back and integrate in your life. Isn't it? How many of you have made a sankalpam? What? A kind of determination that I will do, and then have you been able to keep it up? Dhyanam the next day? Very difficult. I know that. Correct? Again, tomorrow you'll start, you'll say that tomorrow will never come. So, at least this 4 class will do, then slowly start. Very good. Now, 23, Padavibhaga is over. Anybody can confirm 23? PBA done or not? Yes, done. Very good. So, importantly, Yogaha Anirvinna Chetasa. That means what? Should be practiced with a tireless mind. And Nischayena, with firmness. That means what? Be confident that when I follow Dhyanam as per Bhagavan's instructions in Bhagavad Gita, I will reach the goal of Atma Jnanam integrated into my mind, my second nature. Nowadays, a lot of talk about chat, GPT and AI and all, no? Artificial intelligence. Suppose we teach Dhyanam to chat GPT, what will happen? I was just thinking. I read a recent article about neural networks and they say now they can clone that particular software to have 25 different or 30 different agencies in different environments. And these 30 things you learn and share. That means what? There are 100 people now in the class. How much knowledge you all have got? All that is integrated in one individual. What will happen? With the power. They're going to try all those things, but don't worry. Even if you teach Dhyana, will not understand because there is no emotions. So that is the difference. A lot of people are very worried. No? Don't be worried about all this. New tools and techniques. Practice a traditional method will give you permanent happiness. Sloka number 24. 𝐕 𝐵hagavan sankalpa prabhavan kaman tyaktva sarvana sheshataha manasaivedriya gramam viniyamya samantataha.
Sri Bhagavan Sankalpa Prabhavan Kaman Tyaktva Sarvana Sheshataha Manasaivedriya Gramam Viniyamya Samantataha.
Sri Bhagavan Sankalpa Prabhavan Kaman Tyaktva Sarvana Sheshataha Manasaivedriya Gramam Viniyamya Samantataha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Is my voice okay? Are you able to hear properly? Clear, no? Okay. Now, the next level in Dhyanam, Bhagavan wants you to see whether you have progressed or not. Next level is, am I able to start giving up unwanted desires and slowly get to a state of no desires? So when you practice Dhyanam consistently, continuously for a long period of time, the Atma Jnanam Aham Brahmasmi, which should make you experience the joy of Atman, the bliss of Atman, Satchidananda Swarupam without any external what? Vishaya. That means what? No sense object, nothing else is required for you to be happy. So, as a person, I am ordained to do all these duties. I'll continue to do all of them as per whatever my prarabdha is there. And I will not entertain any fanciful thoughts. No fanciful desires. What is dharmic is fine. All adharmic desires you first leave, and then also finally unwanted desires or even worldly. Are you able to give it up? So Bhagavan says, by practice of Dhyanam, you'll be able to give up that unwanted, fanciful desires. 1. 2. Second step is your natural intent will be restraint of sense organs. Unnecessary indulgence of your sense organs in the sense objects. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasagandham. The eyes will no longer seek out something, maybe 10, 15 years, what is pleasurable. No longer that will be something that your mind will be entertaining. Let me go and do that. Or similarly, ear, tongue, nose, skin, everything. So the yearning for satisfying sense organs will be diminished and almost nil. So restraining the what? Outward going nature of sense organs will also be what? Totally restrained. And Bhagavan importantly says, the sense organs don't go only one direction, Ramesh Venkateshan. They go in all directions, correct? Just because you are seeing in front, your mind also will be thinking what is there at the back, yes or no? Nah. So it will go in all directions. So in all directions, the sense organs and mind are getting dissipated. So you will be able to establish absolute restraint in what? The thought of the flow of the sense organs towards sense objects. What is the biggest challenge? In Kathopanishad, LV sir, enna solraru? Paranchi khani vyatrat swayambhuhu tasmat parang pashyatina antaratman. Paranchi khani. Khani means what? Kha means akasham. So akasham is the source for what? Shabdam. Ears, right? So all the sense organs are naturally paranchi. Radhakrishnan sir. Parak. Parak pakaradu, it goes outside, outward direction. Vyatarnat swayambhuhu. So Yama is blaming Brahmaji. Yama is blaming his boss. Sometimes we all blame our boss or not in private. Ram Subbu, we won't blame our boss in public. Very close, confident, we won't leak. We'll go and tell them, see, boss, no, that's all things wrong. Like that, Yama is blaming his boss to small boy because he knows the small boy won't no complaint to Brahmaji. Paranchi khani vyatarnat swayambhuhu. Swayambhu is Brahmaji. Vyatarnat means specially he has spoiled all the sense organs by making them naturally go outward. Yes or no? Given a chance, any of us will want to know, restrict our sense organs. Is possible? Impossible. Tasmat parang pashyati na antaratman. That's why all beings are only seeing outside, outward direction, not inward, looking at the seeking the Atman, which is the essence of all of us. So kaschi dhiraha pratyagatmana maikshate. Wonderful mantra. One among crores and crores, like all of you. Dhiraha. Dhira doesn't mean what has got all this sword and fighting, gun and all. Dhiraha means the mind that is determined to know the Atman. Kaschid dhiraha pratyagatmanam aikshate. Beautiful word. The vision is turned inward, pratyagatma, towards your own true nature. So only one among crores turns the vision inward and not outward. You see? That means what? You're not going to see inside like this, going operation and seeing inside like your whole thing now is restricted. Your sense organs don't go outward. Your mind, everything is started to look inward. So this process of pancha kosha viveka, annamaya, pranamaya, manomaya, vijnanamaya, anandamaya, beyond the Atman, pure Atman I am. Avritta chakshuhu, beautiful words. Means what? Now the mind is totally inward looking. Avritta chakshuhu. So one starts looking inside. So that is the process. So Bhagavan is saying, that's why I say Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all the Upanishads. So when you practice Dhyanam consistently, it becomes second nature. The mind doesn't go outward. It only focuses more and more into your own true nature. Now look at the Padavibhaga Anmaya, first shloka number 24. Sankalpa prabhavan kaman tyaktva sarvan asheshataha manasa eva indriyagramam viniyamya samantataha. Clear? Now, Anvaya, very good. Asheshataha tyaktva sarvan kaman sankalpa prabhavan viniyamya indriyagramam samantataha manasa eva. What is the right number? Anybody? Huh? Anvaya you got? Mahadevan Karchada? 10. Very good. Now, Asheshataha tyaktva. Some Sanskrit. Shesham means something that is left behind. Asheshataha means nothing is left behind. Complete, without exception. Tyaktva, given up. Sarvan Kaman, all desires. Madhu Harish, Bhagavan wants you to raise to the highest level. So what we say is, for all people who have more or less completed all their worldly activities, Ganesh Ramurthy, work irukku. So make sure all your other financial goals, family goals, Rathasagar, all that is settled well, or at least you put a process to make them well settled. Then all desires without exception give up. Subramanian sir, good patram for that. Right time to focus. Giving up all desires. That's why what we say, Seshadri sir, na karmana na prajaya dhane na tyage naike amritatvama nashuhu. So what? Only by giving up all unnecessary desires, all acquisition, storage, more and more you want to store more, the more and more tension is increasing. So having completely given up. So this is a continuous activity, is not something only, sir, I given up desires today, sir. Today no desires, sir. Tomorrow, again, something will come, right? So it's not that only one day affair. Please understand, having completely given up all desires. That means what? Venkat Sitaraman, the real manasika sannyasam is, not only do you give up all the desires, but also give up the thought that you have given up all the desires. You not go and say, sir, I don't have any desires. I don't have any desires. I don't have any desires. That means what? That means that is hankering in the mind. So having completely given up, asheshataha tyaktva, continuous verb. Given up all sarvan kaman. And how are they born? Sankalpa prabhavan. You're all born out of some fanciful thoughts. What happens today? So many things are attacking us from different agencies. Correct? So many, all of us. From something to attract our eyes, something to attract our ears. Then also nose, Satish Nishchal, correct? Skin, tongue. Food itself, how many varieties? LV sir. So how many things are continuously attacking us. Simple living, high thinking. So no more the external world will be fancied for exploration. What will be more fancied? How to understand Atman in more detail. Correctly, Meenakshi madam, correct? How can I study Mandukya Karika? I was revising other day. Oh, interesting to study all that again and again. Every word that Gaudapada says, Acharya Shankara says, Bhashyam is, that is Amritam. So Amritatvam Icchan. Radhasagar, last padam in that Katopnishan mantra, what? Kaschid dhiraha pratyagatmanam aikshati avrita chakshuhu amritatvam icchan. Now the desire is for knowing the truth, knowing your true nature. Guru Arapan sir, I'm sure you reached the stage now, isn't it? Everything can be given up now. Nothing is required. Focus on study of Shastras. That's what it means. The byproduct of this sloka is that the focus is only knowing the Atman, not dissipating your sense organs in different directions. So Bhagavan says, so Sankalpa Prabhavan, one of the different fancies. So first is having given up all desires born out of different fanciful thoughts, because they go into the mind, right? Once they go into the mind, so you are going to have darshana Ramesh Venkateshan. You're going to have darshana of Periva, right? Many cars are parked outside. Okay, one of my friends who came with me, he told, this car is 2 crores, this car is 1.5 crores, this car is 1.75 crores. Okay, so it was like, okay, you'll come here, Ayaram, Gayaram. Now you see, because there are so many things. That's when I told my friend, okay, that means what? Any amount of money you can spend so easily, is it? I asked him, yes, sir. Very easily you can spend, sir. Very easily, Rangarajan doctor. So easily spend the money. Desire. So when you see all, it crops out the mind, right? When I see something, I want to buy that, I want to acquire that. Natural or not? Yes or no? At this stage, when will the mind totally say, this is not going to take me to Amrutatvam? What is required, basic for my life, I'll focus on. Rest is what? I'm not going to be focusing on. So, no fancies will entertain your mind for second. This is what? This is a mental thought. That means what? It is a desire. That is what is a thought process, thought wave. What is the next? How should it reflect? Bhagavan says, Viniyamya. Yamayati means control. Viniyamya. Visheshena niyamya. One should restrain Indriya Gramam, the group of sense organs. Gramam means group. Gramam means not village. Okay, Gramam means group. Okay, Indriya Gramam. So Bhagavan is very clear. You have to control all the sense organs, because one sense organ out of control, it will pull everything. Yes or no? Nah, Ushayar madam. Simple. Just the tongue. The tongue starts thinking how nice this particular food is. What it will do? I will start going looking for that in internet. Then physical body will say, let me take the car and go there. Correct? Ah? Everything will follow suit. Correct? Like that. So, Indriya Gramam. So, one should restrain the group of sense organs. What? Samantataha, from all directions. Because this doesn't come in only one direction. It comes from different directions. Yes or no? Direction means what? Different people, different media, different ways. Correct? Ah? It keeps attacking you. Correct? Ah? If you leave the mobile, some paper will catch you. If you leave your friend, some other fellow will catch you. Correct? Ah? Eh? They come from so many different ways. So either have satsang or no sangam. Nah, write down two things today. Indumati madam. Either be in satsangam or asangam. Ekante sukhamasyatam paratare chetas samadhiyatam. Or be in satsangatve nissangatvam nissangatve nirmohatvam. Jagat Trivedi. Clear? Be in satsang or nissangam. So, but when you are in satsangam, you will get automatically nissangam. Correct, madam? So, restrain the group of sense organs from all directions. Samantataha. How should you do it? Can you physically tie somebody? Like when a child is very small, you tie to no chair and say, don't move, be here. Correct? It will go and create all trouble everywhere. And small children are very nice, but they always create also trouble also, right? And then you cannot do what you want to do. Manasa eva, by the mind. So we are all, though we are all grown up, we are small children only. We cannot physically be tied. So the mind has to be disciplined. Manasa eva, by the mind alone. Now understand the whole sloka properly. By the mind alone, having completely given up all desires born out of fancy. So no fanciful thoughts. One should restrain the group of sense organs. So, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, all have to be restrained from all directions. That means what? How do you get to this stage? Let me ask you, what is the practical way to do it? What is required minimum for each of the sense organs? Rangan Mukund, you give only that. Correct? Nothing more, nothing less. I told you sometime back, one shloka in the morning class. You all remember? What? Hastasya bhushanam dhanam satyam kanthasya bhushanam shrotrasya bhushanam shastram bhushanaihkim prayojanam. Gayatri, Rahul, you remember? Nah. Raji Raghuraman. Write down this shloka. How do you engage your sense organs? For everything Subhashita is there. Meenakshi madam, correct? Hastasya bhushanam dhanam. Venkat Sitaraman, very good. If you want to do something good with your karmendriya, try to do dhanam. Satyam khantasya bhushanam. All speaking organs, karmendriyas. NRS sir. Satyam, am I able to speak the truth always? Shotrasya bhushanam shastram. Not only ears, eyes should be studying. Like, study the Gita, by heart the Gita, learn the meaning. So, hearing Shastras, reading Shastras. Bhushanaihkim prayojanam. So, no other ornament is required. So, Ram Subbu and all other male members teach this sloka to all these Sri Matas. They will say, what? No more ornaments are required. Correct? All of you should buy it. Radhakrishnan sir, all of you learn this. Hastasya bhushanam danam. So no need of any bangles. Satyam kanthasya bhushanam. No necklace, that, this, ara. Satish Nishchal haircut putira. Madam, Shotrasya bhushanam shastram. No different earrings. Dod earring, diamond ring, ella. I'm giving you tips and techniques to cut down your expenditure. Bhushanai kim prayojanam. Whenever they say, let us go to this jewelry shop and buy, you say this sloka. What will happen? Again? Abba, why did I marry this person? That's why you should do satsangam together at home. If only one person is involved in satsang, there will be friction. Together with family, you should do satsang. Okay. So this is the way. Regulate your life. Everything is very. Can you see a consistency? Ram Subbu, when Bhagavan is talking about dhyanam, how he has developed everything beautifully and is consistent throughout. Consistency is maintained throughout the Bhagavad Gita. Now, next topic is taken up. All this is beautiful. Now go back to e-book. You see, shloka number 18 to 32 is dhyana swarupam and dhyana phalam. After finishing 32, we'll revise this section totally. But now Bhagavan is now raising a very important question. Arjuna has got, we all have got. Hello, madam, what is that? Sir, how long should we do, sir? Can we get this eternal happiness within 1 month, 2 months, 3 months? Give me the timeline. Like they give the crash course, no? Meditation course, 1 month, 2 months, pay $500. Can you give me a timeline? Bhagavan says, be patient. Patience is the name of the game for spiritual success. Beautiful sloka, sloka number 25. Sri Bhagavanu vacha shanai shanai ruparamed buddhya dhriti grihitaya atma samstham manah kritva na kinchidapi chintayet.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha Shanai Shanairuparamit Buddhya Dhriti Grihitaya Atma Samstham Manah Kritva Nakinchidapi Chintayet.
Very nice. All of us together. Sri Bhagavanuvacha Shanai Shanairuparamit Buddhya Dhriti Grihitaya Atma samstham manah kritva na kinchidapi chintayet. Om shanti shanti shanti. Now, shloka number 25 is the total integration of all the concepts of dhyanam. Write down. Very, very important shloka and also very practical. It combines everything that you need to know about Dhyanam. Summary of Dhyana Yoga is there in the shloka. Shloka number 25. So, Bhagavan says, don't hurry. No? What they say? Haste makes waste. Correct? No need to hurry. Enough time is there. Yes or no? So make sure you go systematically and slowly. Once you withdraw the mind, gradually withdraw the mind from the external agencies that are what? Taking you in a direction. Suddenly you cannot say, tomorrow I'll get up and say, I don't want this. It's not possible, correct? There is a process. Bhagavan is saying, gradually withdraw the mind. What? By the intellect. Soumya Krishnamurti, write down. By the intellect. That's why I keep saying, the buddhi, the intellect is a key for success in any field. Let me tell you, whether it is your official field or your practical field or your family situation or even spirituality, religion, everywhere, the intellect plays the key part. Without a proper intellect, you cannot achieve success. So what is the intellectual aspect of withdrawing from what? The mind from external objects. Atma Jnanam. What does Atma Jnanam tell you? There is no happiness in any external object. Yes or no? By now are you convinced, Roshan Kumar? Is there happiness in external object? Should know by now. Okay? So once the mind is established clearly, the intellect, Jnanam, that happiness or bliss is there only in Brahman, Atman, my own true nature. So unnecessary indulgence in external objects will not happen. Correct? Vijay Sitaraman. So by the intellect, only you will be able to withdraw from external objects. What Vishwajit? Correct? He is driving. Nah. So Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinaha rasavarjam rasopyasya param drishtva nivartate. Write down that shloka here. Write down the reference here, all of you. What is that? Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinaha. For some period of time, when you are sick or something, you may avoid certain things. But the taste for that particular food or any other aspect will not go away permanently. It will go away permanently. Param drishtva nivartate. When you understand supreme truth. That is why we say study a Vedanta Shastra, getting Atma Jnanam is extremely important. And along with that, do Dhyanam. So by the intellect, powered by Atma Jnanam, you will be able to withdraw the mind gradually from all external objects. And that is how the mind also will get the willpower. Na Subramanian sir. What is the one that is going to drive you to be on this path? It takes very few seconds for you to slip from the state of no, Atma, yes or no? If you're not strong-willed, suddenly you see something. Within no time, you'll be drawn by that and you'll slip from the state of what? Atma or not. That's correct, huh? That is why the intellect has to be given the power of the intellect, willpower, endowed with this willpower of the intellect, withdraw your mind gradually. This is how you should do. Basically, Bhagavan has told in the previous shloka that withdraw from all the sense objects. How do you do? By the power of intellect. Now, after having withdrawn from everything, what should the mind do? The mind should abide in the Atman, what you learned. That's why we are doing Dhyanam, correct? Or able to know, at least get a vision of the supreme, pure consciousness principle. Aham Brahmasmi, when doing Dhyanam with Jnanam. So, Bhagavan is saying, once you are adept, what? Proficient. This is called proficiency in Dhyanam, not that meditation courses. What will happen? You will withdraw the mind automatically from external objects and the mind will abide in the Atman and one will not think of anything else. Nothing else. Aham Brahmasmi Tattvamasi is the only one that is there. So what happens during Dhyanam? You what? Continuously have this thought. This power of thought will be then what? Percolating during Vyoharam. While during all the interactions, activities, worldly activities, this will not be predominant, but it will be somewhere in the background. No, when you what? They say, no, in a GNVR, they say when you keep a magnetic object with a powerful magnet, Krishna here, for a significant period of time, it gets converted to magnet. Yes or no? You know that? Physics, correct? Like that, when the mind is engaged in Atma Jnanam, Atma Dhyanam, so to say, consistently, the mind becomes magnetized by Atma Jnanam instead of getting magnetized by the world. Today, our mind is magnetized by the world, all the fancies of the world. So that mind will be magnetized with Atma Jnanam. So intellect is the key. Write down. Buddhya. Look at Padavibhaga Anmaya. Shanaihi, Shanaihi. Shanihi, Shanihi illada. Shanaihi, Shanaihi. Uparamet. Buddhya. Dhriti grihitaya. Atma samstham. Manaha. Kritva. Na kinchit. Api. Chintayet. Clear, huh? You got all the words? Now, Anmaya, very good. Uparamet. Shanaihi, Shanaihi. Buddhya. Dhriti grihitaya. Kritva. Manaha. Atmasamstham na chintayet kinchid api. Very good, Jagannath. 12 words. See, it is said, some people have tried to climb hill, Tirupati hill or some other mountaineering. Have you tried? Anybody has tried that? What do they teach first when you go climb up a hill? Go slowly. Correct? Suppose you are very smart, you think you run first 10 minutes. After that, your leg will not be strong enough to further climb. Similarly, even mountaineering, you have to be slowly, you have to go carefully. So Bhagavan is saying here, Uparamet. PVA is clear? PVA team? Nobody? No, okay. Uparamet means one should withdraw. Uparamaha. One of the Shamadhi Shatka Sampattihi. You remember? See, Bhagavan has wonderfully mixed all Vedanta in a nice way. Nah. What are the Shamadhi Shatka Sampattihi? Shama, Dama, Uparati, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhana. Write down. Whenever the context comes, immediately all the Shastra knowledge should come. This is all testing. Whether you studied Shastra, write down. I told you sadhana chatushtaya sampatti is required. I didn't want to start with all these tough words initially. As and when this context comes, I'm giving you. To get to Jnanam and Moksham, Ram Subbu, what are the sadhana chatushtaya sampatti? Vivekam, Vairagyam, Shamadhi Shatka sampatti and Mukshutvam. What does it mean? Vivekam means what? Nitya, Anitya Vivekam. What is permanent? What is impermanent? What is real? What is unreal? Dharma Vivekam. What is right? What is wrong? First, fundamental. You should have the fundamental base. Then what? Vairagyam. Withdrawal from fanciful thoughts. Withdrawal from sense objects. Viragasya bhavaha vairagyam. Very important. Then what? Shamadhi Shatka Sampattihi. Shama Adi. Simple. It's not very complicated. Shama Adi. Means what? Shama, etc. Shama, Dama, Uparati, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhana. Uparati and Uparama are two different forms of the same word. Uparamet, withdrawing. That means what? Not really interested in any of the happenings around, which doesn't really bother you. Anything happens around you, many people know. They don't have anything to do. They'll catch hold of some issue. Sundar Mama, you know what happened? This person, this happened, that happened. Ganesh Ramurthy, they'll create some topic and keep on talking about it. Not really interested. One should withdraw the mind. Uparamet. Shanaihi. That means what? Gradually, slowly, step by step. Don't suddenly say that I'll empty the mind. It's not possible. The mind has to analyze the value of anything and say this is of no value for me. So that's the reason I don't entertain my mind in this. What should I entertain my mind? Studying higher things, higher values. Not only Atmagyan, could be anything else. Your own, anything art you are practicing. Intellectually, that is going to take you to the higher level, drop all lower things. All the, Indriya Sukham, slowly get away from that. So one should withdraw the mind gradually. How? Buddhya. By the intellect. What vibhakti it is? Buddhya. By the intellect. Anybody? So, Buddhya, by the Tritiya vibhakti. Very good. So, use the intellect to withdraw the mind from external world. Is it very clear, Roshan Kumar? That is why the power of intellect is extremely important. How you train the mind through the intellect. Now, how then to fortify the mind, Vinod? Dhriti grihitaya. Dhriti means what? Willpower. Dhriti means what? Willpower. My Swamiji, Paramaguru, had extremely great willpower. Meenakshi madam, in spite of any odds, he was sitting in a place called Hole Narsipura, full of snakes around, sitting there and writing books. 𝐕𝐚𝐲𝐤𝐚𝐫𝐚, Puska, 100, 300 Kutkondu ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀತಾ ಇದ್ರು. Nobody was there to print his books. Satish Nishal, ಅವರೇ printing press ತಂದು print ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. Look at the dhriti. So determination. So dhriti grihitaya. So this intellect is not only having the knowledge, it is endowed with willpower. So two things are required. Please note down, very important point. Just having intellectual knowledge is no use without willpower. Are you with me? Clear, no? Only having willpower without knowing what to do correctly, without proper intellect, also the problem. Bhaskaran, you understand what I'm saying? Look at Bhagavan's words. Both are required. The right intellect with willpower will help you succeed, provided you use this right intellect with willpower and gradually withdraw from the external world, sense objects. And what you should do with this powerful tool, Krishna here, Kritva Manaha, having made the mind. Now it is no longer focusing on external objects or sense objects of the world. You are withdrawn, power of intellect, with a lot of willpower. Focus the mind on the Atman. Kritva Manaha, having made the mind. Atma Samstham. Here the word Atman is pure consciousness, your true nature. Samstham, samyak sthitam. Sthitam means what? It should be established, firmly established in the Atman. So having made the mind abide, established in the Atman, what should happen then? Bhagavan is giving another clue also. Na chintayet. One should not think of kinchidapi, anything else. That means what? While doing dhyanam, suddenly you should not start. What is my daughter doing? What is my son doing? What is my boss going to do tomorrow? Nah, all those things. My car has got a problem. Nah, should I change the car? Which model should I buy? Correct? So many, because you have got a baggage of thoughts that are there. No, yes or no? See, what all planning you are doing will be remaining in the background. So when the mind is still, they are likely to come. Now, Bhanumati madam, please don't write anything. Focus on the class. Okay. So Bhagavan is saying not only the focus should be on Atman, but should not think about anything else. Such a beautiful sloka. We'll chant this again and chant the next sloka and then. Sri Bhagavanu vacha shanai shanai ruparamed buddhya dhriti grihitaya atma samstham manah kritva na kinchidapi chintayet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now, sloka number 26 is the most important sloka. Practical, how to get dhyanam practical. Chant and end the class. Sri Bhagavanu vacha yato yato nischarati manaschanchalam asthiram tatastato niyam yaitad atmanyeva vasham nayet.
Sri Bhagavanu vacha yato yato nischarati manaschanchala asthiram tatastato niyam yaitat atmanyeva vasham nayet.
So this sloka you keep remembering and by heart before the next class together. Sri Bhagavanu vacha yato yato nischarati manaschanchalam asthiram tatastato niyam yaitad atmanyeva vasham nayet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Are able to get all the practical tips on doing the dhyanam right way? All of you? Slowly you're able to put into practice at least during the 4 classes. So don't miss the practical sessions and also the other part, learn dhyanam properly. With Bhagavan's grace, may you all succeed in dhyanam with Atma Jnanam. Now, who's going to do Shankara Jayanti and then what? Gita, Samvatsara, Vaibhavam. Who's chanting today? Quickly. Yeah. Rasagnya. Very good.
Namaste.
Chant. Very good. I saw you in that. No, darshan. Come.
Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswati Namaha, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Hari Om. Shariram Surupam Tatha Va Karatram यशश्चारुचित्रं धनं मेरुतुल्यं मनश्चेन लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं कळत्रं धनं पुत्रपौत्रादि सर्वं गृहं बान्धवा सर्वमेतद्धि जातं मनश्चेन लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं षडङ्गादिवेदो मुखे शास्त्रविद्या कवित्वादिगद्यं सुपद्यं करोति मनश्चेन लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं विदेशेषु मान्यस्वदेशेषु धन्य सदाचारवृत्तेषु मत्तो न चान्य मनश्चेन लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं क्षमा मण्डले भूपभूपालवृन्दे सदा सेवितं यस्य पादारविन्दं मनश्चेन लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं यशो मे गतं दिक्षु दानप्रताप जगद्वस्तु सर्वं करे यत्प्रसादात् मनश्चेन लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं न भोगेन योगेन वा वादिराजौ न कान्तामुखेनैव वित्तेषु चित्तं मनश्चेन लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किम् अरण्येन वा स्वस्य गेहेन कार्ये न देहे मनो वर्तते मे त्वनर्गे मनश्चेन लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं गुरोरष्टकं यः पठेत् पुण्यदेहि यथिर्भूपतिर्ब्रह्मचारी च गेहि लभेद्वाञ्छितार्थं पदं ब्रह्म संज्ञं गुरोरुक्तवाक्ये मनो यस्य लग्नं गुरोरुक्तवाक्ये मनो यस्य लग्नं गुरोरुक्तवाक्ये मनो यस्य लग्नं
Very nice. Today is your birthday, Masagnya?
Yes, Guruji.
Happy birthday. Many, many happy returns of the day. All of you, please bless this small child. So that she comes out shining. Birthday or birth star? Birthday. Birthday. Very good. Excellent. And many of you may not know, she is very accomplished. She is chants very nice all the slokas, chants Gita wonderfully, very good dancer, very good in academics. Nona madam, you're another good student for you. Okay. So very accomplished child. All of you bless this small child to become very happy and prosperous in life. Okay. Excellent. Wish you long life and happy life and healthy life. Okay. Very good. Who is going to chant Gita Samvatsara Vaibhavam?
Ramesh. Namaste, Guruji.
Hari Om. Chant panungo.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Krishnaya Paramatmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Ashtadashodhyayaha. Moksha Sannyasa Yogaha. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha. Cetasa Sarva Karmani Mayi Sanyasya Matparaha. Buddhi Yogamupashritya Machchitta Satatam Bhava. Machchitta Sarva Durgani Matprasadhat Tarishyasi. Athachetvam Ahankaran Nashroshyasi Vinangshyati. Yadahankaramashritya na yotsya iti manyase mityeisha vyavasayaste prakritistvam niyokshyati swabhavajena kaunteya nibhaddasvena karmana kartum nechasi yanmohat karishyasya vashopi tat Ishvaras sarvabhutanam hriddeshe Arjuna tishtati Brahmayan sarvabhutani yantrarudhani mayaya Tameva sharanam gaccha sarvabhavena bharata Tat prasadhat परां शान्तिं स्थानं प्राप्स्यसि शाश्वतम् इति ते ज्ञानमाख्यातं गुह्यात् गुह्यतरं मया विमृश्यैतदशेषेण यथेच्छसि तथा कुरु.
Very nice. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Uma Madam is our Ramesh Venkateshan's wife, very devoted. Madam came for darshan of Priya like 3-4 times, many times, along with daughter. You got all wonderful slokas. Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hriddeshetuna Tishtati. Correct? That means what? Bhagavan is present in every person within the heart. Brahmayan Sarva Bhutani Yantrarudhani Mayaya. And what? Nice sloka you got. Ethechasi tatha kuru. Nah, get Uma Madam on the screen. Means what? That means what? Bhagavan says, finally, I have taught you everything that you need to know. Now do as per what you are understanding. Correct understanding. Like that, Madam has taught everything to their daughter, send them to US to study. And knowledge, right way of life will be implemented. Very good. Excellent. Practice Gita. Now class gongo Uma Madam. Konjo, slowly withdraw. Too much of activity will be a problem. Konjo, at least 2 classes a week. Come and attend, learn Gita and practice. Excellent. Nice chanting. See, all of you are able to integrate Gita in your life. That is the, LB sir, correct? That is what is going to take us the ultimate goal. Madhu Harish, all of us. Okay. Stop here with prayers to Bhagavan that our dhyanam should be successful. Tatma Jnanam will the class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Tatsate. Krishna 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 Shubhamastu Samasta San Mangalani Bhavantu Satyayeta. So in 48 hours Saturday morning, come back or what? Shraddhatre Vibhaga Yogaha. And after completing that 18th chapter, all this will be revising. Okay? Narayana Narayana. Hari Om.